And so it has come to this for LA Galaxy. They defended their ass off to make sure they wouldn't be in last place. LA and Colorado jogged around the Mile High City for 90 minutes. Two desperate teams. Two teams devoid of attacking talent. No goals on Saturday. What would you expect? Good evening, I'm James of Faithful Angelino Sports with a rapid recap of LA Galaxy soccer. And if you enjoyed talking about the five-time MLS Cup champs, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. We talk about the LA Galaxy almost every day here. With the draw, which, by the way, seemed to be LA's plan all along. We'll get to that in a moment. The Galaxy improved to 15 points at 3, 9, and 6. That is just 1 point better than Colorado, which is currently the worst team in MLS at 14 points. So why do I say a draw literally looked like it was LA's goal all along? It's because the team was down to one center back. Just one. They had 5 on the roster, don't get me wrong, but 2 of them are out injured. 1 long term, as many as 5 months. 2 more were called up to international duty, up to the CONCACAF Gold Cup tournament. As a result, manager Greg Vanney overloaded the back line to support the 1 center back that he had left. 5 defensemen, 5 of them total, in a line in front of Jonathan Bond. Now, it was soccer's equivalent, in my opinion, of a rope-a-dope strategy. Now, for those of you who've heard the phrase rope-a-dope or don't necessarily know what it is, it harkens back to a very famous boxing match, the Thrilla in Manila. Muhammad Ali basically thought he could wear down the extremely powerful George Foreman by leaning back against the ropes, sucking Foreman in, allowing Foreman to punch himself out, and then Ali would come in when Foreman was tired and take the victory. Here's the deal. Nobody is going to excuse the Colorado Rapids having the power of a George Foreman. This is not a powerful team. The Rapids have but 5 points at home all year long. Not a single win up in Colorado. And yet, because of that, they were like, no, we're going to have to sit there and hope we can outlast the Rapids. That is how flawed the Galaxy are right now as a roster. I believe that the idea that Vanney had, and far be it from me to second-guess Greg Vanney, he'll forget more about soccer than I'll ever know. I'll give the man that much credit, obviously. But I believe the idea was to catch Colorado making an impulsive, undisciplined mistake and then going on the counterattack. And don't get me wrong, Colorado is impulsive. Colorado is undisciplined. They've had 4 red cards this year. That's tied for the most in MLS this season. But that's a different type of undisciplined play as opposed to giving the ball up and letting your opponent counterattack you. For example, Colorado had chance after chance. When you have 5 people on the back line, much like a rope-a-dope where you're leaning against the rope, you are conceding the final third to your opponent because you're not going to attack there. You're conceding the midfield to your opponent. So Colorado just kept the ball and kept pressing forward. Colorado had 5 corner kicks, for example. This is a team that averages a league low in corner kicks. The Rapids, however, because they too are a very flawed team, were extremely predictable. All 8 shots that the Rapids took came to Jonathan Bond's right-hand side. Jonathan Bond knew exactly where that ball was going to be coming from. He knew. So despite the fact that there was a mess in front of the net, he knew which way to look for the ball. It was obvious. Because again, the Galaxy and Colorado are 2 flawed teams. We have to accept it. Now, it is true that LA is showing some grit that they didn't have at the early part of the season. I've been enjoying watching Galaxy soccer since they got rid of Chris Klein, the ousted team president, because it looks like a weight has been taken off their shoulders, and they are playing with an energy that they didn't have in the early part of the year. But that 3-match streak with points, they're all draws. And because of that, They're falling further behind in the playoff race. At this moment, as I'm updating with you, they are currently 10 points out of the playoff picture. 10. That is going to be not ties. That means 3 wins in a row, and you're still on the outside looking in. This team is in a massive hole still. Their next chance, by the way, to make a dent in that hole comes against San Jose up at Stanford Stadium on July 1st. But you let me know what you think in the comments thread. Let me know if you are okay with them playing for the tie in Colorado. Let me know if you think that the Galaxy actually are going to make a move to try to boost their offense and, for that matter, an injured back line in the near future. And if you enjoy talking LA Galaxy soccer, don't forget to subscribe to Faithful Angelinos. We talk LA Galaxy soccer almost every day here. Thank you for watching. I'm James. We'll be back tomorrow morning. Faithful Angelinos is a Kian Corta El Queso production. Take care.